Hey guys, and welcome back to Mega Man 4. We've got 4 more Robot Masters to take down, so let's start with the most pathetic and go destroy Dustman.
Like, even his look on the character select screen, he's like, I really hope you don't select me. If you don't look at him, maybe the cursor won't go over to you.
This looks more like Junkman's stage. I haven't actually seen Junkman's stage, I'm just saying there's a bunch of crap on the screen.
It is giving me vibes of Junkman stage, actually. I did play a little bit of Mega Man 7, and then I promptly quit, but still.
Too hardcore for you, Mr. H-Dragon?
Too not interesting enough for me, core.
Okay, fair enough. Let's see what my notes say here. Literally a pile of junk. Thanks, past Tom. You're doing a lot to help future Tom here. You'd think a level ruled by a living vacuum cleaner would be more clean, but here we are. There is a nasty crusher section later on, but other than that, it's pretty straightforward. So, let's try and coast, Helldragon.
They should totally make, like, a version of the Yellow Devil, but based on junk blocks that assemble itself together. More like a transformer. And it can turn into, like, different shapes, like a ship and crap like that.
Oh, that just kind of snowballed from wanting, like, a repeat of a previous boss to just having, like, transforming capabilities.
Well, I think lots of stuff can be enhanced if you add transforming. Like, even Mountain Dew, they had a transforming robot in the first movie, and I haven't been able to stop drinking it since.
The Transformers already go do. You don't need to further enhance that.
Well, that's true, I suppose.
Tell you what, at the same time, let's give Junk, like Yellow Devil, or Junk Devil, a fucking stand so we can further placate you. How's that sound?
You know, that just sounds fantastic. You really should make more video games.
Okay, here we go. This is the crusher section I was talking about. Take it slowly, or you will be crushed and it is an instant kill.
Well, that tends to happen when you get crushed. I mean, the Terminator didn't exactly come back. He didn't have an extra man left over. Finally, a use for the normal gun.
Oh, I love the slide. The slide is love and life.
Man, that is cutting it a bit close there, but slide is salvation. The gumball machine robot, nicely done.
I was gonna say, like, fucking vending machine robot. That's your last resort?
Well, sometimes you just gotta make do with what you got, and what you got isn't exactly the best.
Right, Cossack is clearly no Wily.
Oh, that's for sure. Man, I wish Wily was here. He would have done a way more impressive job.
See, there you go. He's, like, burning trash and the like. That's what I wanted to see.
Well, that's a good use of trash, I guess. I don't know how safe burning trash is. It probably isn't.
This fight is going to suck.
Nicely done.
Okay, all you gotta do is like run away when he's sucking up, dodge the stuff he throws at you, and like counter with ring boomerang, and that's about it. It's kind of similar to Magnet Man, so I'm gonna forego any other kind of strategy and just read off his personality notes. Originally created by Cossack to be used for sanitation, being able to inhale any type of garbage smaller than him. Dustman, while a good sanitation robot, often overestimates the amount of garbage he can handle, and thus his vacuum jets often get jammed due to the mass amount of garbage he can end up inhaling, much like me, on a Friday, and this requires him to be cleaned out often. He enjoys spring cleaning, but suffers from bad breath and a pollen allergy, and has an evident dislike of mice and other rodents.
Whose job is it to clean out dust, man? Because I'm pretty sure they don't enjoy it.
Let's make Ringman do it, the fucking asshole.
Oh, I did want to mention, by the way, I forgot to mention this last time, but since you used Ringman's weapon here, it's appropriate. On the Mega Man Battle Network series, Ringman actually showed up as Ring. It was actually a female Navi with a net op that only showed up in Mega Man Battle Network Battleship Challenge, which is an okay game if you like deck building, but I can see why most people don't like it.
A really hard name to say, evidently.
Well, you know me, just give me any sort of verbal challenge whatsoever and I fuck it up.
What's cool about Skullman stage, apart from the music, which is top tier, is that Capcom liked the fan submit design so much, they scrapped the original design and went with that instead.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have do they have, concept art of the original design? Because I'd like to see what they were going to use.
www.whatever the fuck the address is for the MegaManWiki.com.
Oh, okay, alright, I'll go there later, I suppose.
This is just a relatively simple affair. You know, you got turrets here and there, specialized skull robots who chuck bones at you like a very Castlevania type of enemy, and the random caterpillar robots, I guess, that drop from the ceiling and try to blindside you. Other than that, whatever.
It's kind of weird to have some sort of skull area up in the clouds, looks like, unless it's like a flying skeleton fortress, which really is a Wily thing more than a Skullman thing when you think about it.
Cossack had a lot of time on his hands.
I suppose. I mean, if you're plotting for years to take over the world, I guess we can't really blame Cossack for being, well, we can blame him for being uncreative, because if he had a lot of time, then obviously he wasn't being creative enough, I think.
Toad Man is my response to you.
That's probably the appropriate response, yes.
Isn't there, like, another Mega Man Robot Master in a later game that has, like, dinosaur skeletons in their background, or am I thinking of one of the X games?
I think you're thinking of one of the X games. Like, it could be Ground Man, maybe you're talking about. I was thinking more like Ground Man, Tunnel Rhino, things like that, so...
Yeah, we'll get to that when we get to that, I guess.
I want to see you, if it is Ground Man, still want to see you record Mega Man and Bass, because you'll fucking hate people.
Oh, whatever. I'm going to read off the personality of this guy. Another robot designed specifically for combat. Quoth the Wikia, he is a good strategist, which seems to be a running factor here, and is meticulous in his attention to detail, particularly with planning his combat methods. However, he lacks skill in other areas, having only been taught to fight, and tends to be socially awkward for whatever fucking reason because he's a goddamn robot, often alienating others by acting in bad taste. Befitting his morbid theme, Skullman is also a huge fan of horror movies. His weakness is Dust Crusher, due to the fact that the projectile can easily get lodged in his workings. Skullman's bad taste and dislike of feelings may stem from the fact that he is based on the living dead. Reanimated creatures, such as skeletons and zombies, tend to lack any sense of emotion, and thank fucking god I can finally breathe.
I think in the Hitoshi Ariga manga, he had, like, machine guns in his arms, and I think his ribcage could open up to form more machine guns. It's been a while since I read that, but I always thought that was fucking cool and stupid at the same time.
That's some fucking inhumanoid shit right there.
He's got a shield weapon, and for the most part, we always seem to realize that the shield weapons aren't really that great when it comes to Mega Man. Thankfully, he has a normal gun, at least.
Gotta say, his design in Mega Man Mega Mix looks sick.
Oh yeah, definitely, like, really skeletal. I mean, hey, good job realizing the theme here.
Yeah, because in here, he just looks like a normal humanoid robot wearing a skull helmet, and if you want to laugh, look up the Mega Man comics and try to find the panel where Pharaoh Man takes off his royal headgear. It's pretty funny.
God, really? Bingo! Wait, no, not yet.
Alright, let's move on to the second to last Robot Master, Dive Man. Not Dive Kick Man, that's another game entirely. Yeah, I'm fucking ready, let's dive!
Man, I'm hard right now. He's kind of like Hard Man, in a sense.
Okay, level description. Another water stage. Not really sure I'm down to clown with having two in one game, but I guess Toadman's was more of a sewer type of thing. Mines and spikes will be the biggest threats to you here. Watch out for the big-ass whale mini-bosses. Their missiles can come out super fast. Other than that, level's pretty short, honestly.
Also, there are Metroids, but you knew that.
They're sort of Metroids. I think you're being very generous with the description here.
Yeah, I have to be generous with a lot of enemies in this game.
That guy's literally just a head with like a hard hat.
Yeah, I mean, what's the deal with that? So what was this guy's industrial purpose before he was repurposed into a whale-themed mini-boss?
He was originally Cetus before he got roboticized.
Oh, alright, that makes a lot of sense.
You see, we like to have a lot of continuity with our playthroughs here on HellfireComms, so I hope you enjoyed the search for Cetus, but it turns out the sequel didn't end well for him.
Now, I completely forgot what I was going to say because you threw me off with a fucking robotization comment.
Okay, well, let me move on to the personality of Diamond. Created by Cossack, with the AI functions of a miniaturized submarine, and his missiles were originally designed to catch fish before he was modified to take Mega Man down.
Oh, sounds... Well, I mean, I guess you can only really do so much with a guy designed to catch fish. Like, if you have to turn that into a weapon and you go... fuck it, I guess we gotta make do, you know?
Behold the words of the Wikia. In fitting with his naval disposition, he is a good listener, but quite ironically, for being an aquatic robot, he tends to suffer from motion sickness easily, perhaps referring to the fact that submarines are designed primarily for underwater use. Dive Man does not like Pirate Man from Mega Man and Bass, funnily enough, due to their opposing principles regarding the sea.
Yeah. It's kind of weird, though, we haven't seen more of Pirate Man, I think, because he's actually probably one of my favorite water-themed Robot Masters.
Well, he was destroyed, so why would you see him again? Unless, like, Wily wanted to go back to the diving board. Sorry, the drawing board, you see, because we're in Dive Man stage, I got confused there.
Well, you would say that about other Robot Masters, but we see cuts, man, like 4 or 5 times throughout the entire fucking series. It's just, come on.
Oh please, he was from like Gen 1, he's always going to get favourable treatment.
And of course, he loves Guts, man, Dr. Wily does.
Oh yeah, brother, let's get it on!
I guess you gotta psych yourself up if you're a fisherman, you do what you can, right?
So I think I mixed up Macho Man Randy Savage with Hulk Hogan again. I don't think he says "oh brother," but regardless, Skull Barrier wrecks this guy, but you gotta pip him. Don't run into him, otherwise you'll take damage as well.
I'm trying to remember what the Skull Barrier did in Smash Brothers, because that's one of Mega Man's custom specials. I cannot remember the specifics at this time, so just pretend I know as much as I do.
Well, you have the entire internet at your fingertips. You're just being lazy here.
Yeah, you're right.
At least you're honest about it. What, has he been tried for a crime here?
No, it's like Hitchcock. Do 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 do.
Suspense man.
Battleship.
Thank you, Hell Dragon. Brilliant. Okay, let's destroy the last of the Robot Masters. Another one designed specifically for combat purposes. Actually, no, he wasn't. I think he was designed to drill. I'm getting ahead of myself here, but whatever.
Well, I certainly hope that the drill robot is designed to drill things, because otherwise that would just be weird.
Alright, you're taking advantage of my stammering here, and I don't appreciate it. Anyway, Drillman's level. Pretty much just a mine. Watch out for the falling rocks. You can use the Skull Barrier to stop these from dropping on your little Mega Man head, which is perfect for the switch puzzle thingy later on, if that simplistic thing even qualifies as one.
They have switch puzzles in this game?
Well, I said it was simple. You literally just jump onto it and a platform appears.
Wow, what a fantastic puzzle.
Okay, Hell Dragon, you can mock me, but I'll be damned if you're going to mock the game. Alright, personality. Drillman was created by Dr. Cossack, and I'll get it right this time, to dig in construction sites. Lo, I hear the words of the Wikia, wafting gently on the breeze. Whilst Drillman is a diligent and a very hard-working robot, he can be dangerously haphazard at times. He dislikes doing calculations and planning ahead, and tends to rush his jobs whenever he gets bored, despite often making dangerous mistakes, such as damaging nearby gas pipes. Hint hint, this is a dangerous idea during digging operations. He has
Fucking Teamsters.
He has a talent for finding things hidden underground. Well, I guess he'd get along with Pharaoh, man. He loves, like, rare treasures and the like. And he has received rewards for digging up hot springs and even a gold mine. His weakness is the dive missile, which can trace his heat signature and home in on him even when he's underground.
He's also weak to building permits. We have fun here.
We also collect a lot of E-tanks, and it's just what we do.
Are you gonna go back and grind this later to get like 9 E-tanks?
No, I'm not Hell Dragon, because I don't have a death wish, thank you very much.
Not sure, you have save states instead.
Hell yeah.
Hey, might as well, right?
I'm not like Johnny, I don't have skill, what are you talking about?
Yeah, fuck that noise. You can have skill to talk over video games on the internet for a living.
Here comes the Skull Barrier, and its many usefulness things.
Oh, good puzzle, man, I was just stumped there. What do I do? Oh, alright.
I wish I had this fucking power-up in Castlevania 3 that we'll be getting to soon, that would have been helpful.
Okay, that's... You don't need any more rocks, alright? Who is saving all these rocks?
And that's basically it. We should be getting to the door right about now.
Crunch! Ah!
Ah, my fucking mega ankles! Mega high, time to mega die.
Man, I love the theme music for, like, when you fight a boss. Like, that would drive any man mad.
Well, you know the health bar, like, filling up? That is apparently the loudest of all the NES Mega Man games. And, believe me, I edit these things firsthand, so I know.
Yeah, you are a bit paranoid about sound, I gotta admit.
Well, it pays to be diligent, much like Drawman, I guess. He spends a lot of time underground. When he starts digging, start the clock, as it were. No, don't worry, a mummy's not going to come after you. Just wait, 1 or 2 seconds, and then, slide away and counter with a dive missile when he pops back up. Watch out for his drill missiles, though.
Yeah, he took Crash Man's gimmick, So, they, took Crash Man and they decided to just cover up his mouth. That was clearly the design flaw here.
Yeah, stick another one on his head and boom, there you go. He's kind of like a mega evolution for Crash Man.
That's true.
One thing that they don't tell you about the drill missile is that you can detonate it in midair by pressing the button again, and this will come in extremely helpful for one of the final bosses.
Nice voice breaking there.
Mm. Are you gonna lecture me about voice breaking, Mr. TH Dragon?
I suppose.
The thrill and jubilation of taking down all 8 Robot Masters. It's just good. And by the way, we're gonna get Rush Jet here. It's been nerfed. It's nowhere near as useful.
Oh well, I mean, you take what you can get, I suppose.
It basically moves slower and only like in a straight line and maybe up and down now. You can't ride it hither and thither.
Oh no, it's powered by Russia.
Yes, we get it, Capcom. He's Russian, okay? Jesus Christ. And by the by, that was a cocky as shit character profile back there.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's like, come on, motherfucker, let's do it.
Let's wipe that sick smug off his face next time in Mega Man 4.